Hi folks, it's Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com coming back at you with a special surprise version of a chronic wellness. I am speaking to you from the hospital where today I am having a little surgical procedure to implant another power port. And this is something that I talked about when I talked about infusing meds that I get, and that I had my power port removed because it hadn't been working. And yet when I go in to get my infusions, my veins just really are shot and don't handle getting those infusing meds for the amount of time that I need them, for the number of years that I am going to need them. And so today I am at the hospital, gonna have a little surgery, and the lead up to this is that I had to get a COVID test. So for all of you who have not yet experienced that deluxe version of joy, lucky you. It is very much the same as having a flu test if you've ever had that done before, except that instead of just being one nostril, it is both of them. Such particular fun. I liken it to a nasal pap smear. It is very much the same, like way too long of a Q-tip, exploring places that it was never meant to go, burning and tingling sensations. They have to leave the Q-tip in each of your upper sinus passages for 10 seconds on each side. So I had a version where they come to your car and administer. And the woman was like, "Oh no, lady, I need you to lean against your headrest because you are gonna wanna rear back." And I was like, well, that tells you something about your test. So I am here today getting my port implanted. And in the last 2 days, since I've been like in absolute quarantine since my COVID test, which in all honesty is no different than my regular life, I have found my anxiety kind of ramping about this surgery. And it wasn't even so much coming to the hospital where I might have greater exposure about COVID. It's just that anytime I leave my house, being so immune suppressed, I tend to just catch something. And so it was just the fear and dread of like, am I gonna get a cold? Am I gonna get a virus? Am I gonna get sick? But then there's also this trepidation about this surgery. And I don't generally do well with anesthesia. And so having really clear conversations with my anesthesiologist about that. And then my other fear is kind of around the placement of the port itself. Since I've already had one, I don't have much tissue left where it was. And the port does thread through your jugular and then ride in a little place on your chest above your breast and below your collarbone. And if it's not placed really well, it can be very uncomfortable and for years. So I am just thankful that I am gonna have such skilled surgeons and doctors and nurses, and that this is just gonna go great. But I had promised you that you were gonna hear from Mike Porath of the Mighty today, and I am co-opting that spot to tell you that you will hear from him tomorrow, which is Monday, which is next week. But I just couldn't pass up this chance to be honest about this other sort of bare root that is happening in my life of me having surgery today. So sorry for the poor sound quality. I did not bring my microphone. I just am talking to you on my phone, telling you what's happening today. So there it is. And I am confident things will go well, but you'll hear from me on the other side. Thanks so much for being here, and until we're together again, be well.